What is up, guys? How's it going? And we have huge news. I mean big news. So I was looking at FIFA earlier, and like obviously the FIFA 18 is coming up very shortly. And on Dream Team FC, they have just released a new article. As you can see here, 28th of August, which is the date today, 12:53, which is about an hour ago. So this is like I haven't even known much about this. I've known nothing about what I'm about to say here. I think from what I've been reading, they have announced that there's going to be transfer negotiations. So they already have that, okay? But I mean, there's not. I mean, the pictures dog shit. I don't even know what's going on here. Can you just? Okay, right. So here we go. Interactive transfer negotiations. Okay, so right, excuse that, right? Basically, what this means is that in the new career mode, you're going to be able to. Let's try and find that picture we just found. This, right? I think let's try and zoom in. Can I zoom in a little bit more? Right, yes. So, oh, fuck off, just fuck off. Right, so from here, as you can see, there's Emre Can, and you have the option to retract, which I assume I don't actually like. You mean like I think that just means like take back the offer, accept, deny release clause, and counter. So there's going to be a release clause. Does that mean there's going to be like a buyback clause? So that if there's a release clause, that may mean you may be able to. Yeah, so he is. This is they are. Emre Can is currently a Liverpool player here, and he is currently Liverpool manager. So what this means is that they're doing a player contract, I believe. So he can retract the contract, he can accept the contract, counter, deny clause, release clause. Oh, so that's so sick. So FIFA now have a release clause. So like you can if you put that amount of money in, they're gonna have to like not accept it, but they're gonna have to think about it. Oh, that's fucking sick. So players can now get bonuses. They can ask for a bonus. Oh, I've got it right. So I think this is you're looking at. Oh, where's the fuck off? Please, actually kill yourself. Right, this photo we have here. This is what I don't actually know. This could be completely wrong. I could be saying this completely fucking. Like you're speaking one-on-one with the manager. I think this might be the opposition manager. But I don't know. But then it's got both Liverpool, Emre Can, and actual Liverpool transfer budget. So it obviously shows you're the manager of Liverpool. I thought this was like a one-on-one with their other manager, and like it's kind of like a higher or lower kind of thing, and you have to come to like an agreement. Because as it stated down below, it said right away if you're going to give 5 million for a very expensive player, they will say it's far too low. Then you have to go, then you've got to go higher, or they say no deal. So I think this means that you actually like it's like maybe a cutscene. I think this is what this is. I personally that's what I think this is. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, there's a release clause, contract length, squad role, sorry, crucial, the wage. So this is what the guy who actually designed this says. He said, first of all, you approach the club, he said. Then you have the scene when you have yourself the manager and the player of another club. Right, okay. You then start talking about the player. At that point, you need to negotiate with the club how much money you're going to pay for that player. Right away, you say, I'm going to give 5 million for a very expensive player, which you're really gone over. They will say that's far too low, and then say higher or low. Okay. Right, next bit. Depending on your offer, you may get more chances. If the player is worth 50 million and you offer 5 million, let's say you're wasting their time, they react in real time to your offers. Right, okay. After you've talked to the manager, you then have to talk to the player and the agent. Yes, okay. At that point, you have to negotiate other stuff. I mean, other stuff could be quite significant. we don't really know what it is. First of all, salary and the player's role in the team. Oh, okay, so he's coming on to. The players will also be asking for bonuses. So similarly, it's very similar. I mean, there's not a huge difference. I think the whole cutscene, which I'm pretty sure that top picture is going to be. And then it says, thank you how much. Okay, so there's not a massive. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger than that. But I mean, this is still quite big. Like they have actually added in a cutscene for transfers instead of just doing it on the same screen. And I think maybe that it won't be hugely different. But I think maybe being a manager might be a slightly different experience now. Like it might be slightly different to realistic transfers might actually be good. Like, obviously, in the current market, the way football is, like, Emre Can probably would be worth about 40 million, as you can see on his release clause there. Like, that's like kind of the right budget, because I was looking at, like, even on FIFA 17, they're still not up to date with the current market. They still have players there who are worth about 30 million, maybe going for extremely more or extremely less. Like, there's no consistency, and there's a big contrast depending on the type of player, and it's often wrong. So I think if FIFA 18 really starts to get the budgeting right and the prices right, and giving clubs the right budget, like depending on size and stuff like that, I think this could be quite a good, you know, addition to the game, because that is only gonna, like, it will be a shame if we have this new cutscene, this whole new negotiation stage, but we don't seem to have the right budgets or the right money to negotiate with, or the players are stupidly overpriced or underpriced, because there are certain players in FIFA, there probably always will be, that there are players who are overpowered, or not overpowered, but, you know, the gems of career mode, if you like, where they start a really small club who need to sell him, and then he goes up to like 82 rated in the first season, and you're in League 2. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it is silly, but I think if FIFA sort that out a little bit, and then maybe what they can do, they can just sort out, like, try and replicate the current market onto FIFA 18. That's what they need to do, because people don't want to play. They don't want it set. They want it to be as realistic. They want career mode to be as realistic as it can, and they want to actually feel like they are paying a substantial amount of money. They need the money on FIFA 18 to feel like it's actually worth something. Otherwise, not literally, because that would be a bit weird, but I mean, I think the money needs to have more of a value, as at the moment you can just do the financial takeover, or, you know, if people don't want to do that, like, that's good, but I mean, it's so easy to get money. It's just you quickly complete a season, then you get all your money back again. It's like come on, it's just, I don't know. I think they need to sort that out, but I'm pretty sure if they sort that out, and they add this new negotiation stage in, which looks brilliant, like really cool. So the sell-on clause works is they can would get 15% of the player's future transfer fee. So which this means, say, let's take Suarez for example. Barcelona sell Suarez back to Liverpool for like 50 million or whatever. I don't know, I'm just throwing out there, which definitely wouldn't happen. But then 2 years later, Arsenal then brought him, or he went to another club, and he went for like 22 million or whatever. Barcelona, would get 15% of that 22 million. So it means that the club you're buying from, you might have to do. It's not the ideal situation, because you will lose 15% of him if you sell that player on. But for the other club, it might be like, that's brilliant. Like, to have that in transfer negotiations is really good, and that is really realistic, because stuff like that really does happen. And that's something they've been missing. Like, they need a release clause, and need a sell-on clause and stuff like that. And I really hope, by the looks of it, they've got a release clause here, and they've got a sell-on clause and stuff like that. And if they maybe add a buyback as well, clause, you know, this could be really good. Like, it could change like how people progress with transfers, and, you know, it could be absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope it has almost kind of like informed you a bit more about what's happened, and I'm really excited. But anyway, yeah, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, guys, thank you for the support, and I will see you next time.
But you let her go. Look, see, I remember when I met you as a sophomore. Started out as friends, but I knew that we would want more. Hit your favorite restaurant with your favorite dress on. That's one of my favorite memories that I've kept on.